Friends, hello, how are you doing? Are you hanging in there? Man, what a day in the market. This is one of those days where you just want to make sure you have some cash on hand because there are so many deals. I don't think a lot of us, financially are able to get into everything. So, today, man, where do we start? Bloodbath in the market. From general bread and butter stocks to AI stocks taking hit, but are starting to come back now. Crypto, the meme coins, all of it, finally having a sell-off. And there's only a few stocks today that we'll talk about that did well, that survived the onslaught of just news breaking today. So obviously, I don't want to go over too much what happened today with the overall market because I think everyone's talking about that. I think everyone knows at this point by the time this video comes out, it's 7, 8 o'clock at night. But the general consensus is that, well, I will say this. I will address this because I know some people are going to bring it up because of what I'm talking about here. There's a whole thing going on right now where people think that this was like a move by the government today. Meta, I think Instagram, they all went down, and then we saw a huge sell-off in crypto. Then the market followed suit, and just a lot of stuff like what's happening like one after another here. So there's like this whole conspiracy theory right now that this was all due to like try to disrupt Trump in the primaries tonight. So I don't know. That's like huge rumor going around right now, but I don't know, crazier things have happened, so who knows. But talking about stocks here, Digital World acquisition, I mean, what can we say? I think the stock has found its bottom. Last week, we saw weakness in the stock where the news came out about, the hardships and the interminglings of the company where, somebody was accusing Trump of diluting the stock. The stock still held its ground. So seeing this $40 mark, even almost touching this morning before the market got really going here, the stock was about to break over $50. And I was like, okay, here we go. But then the whole market just went plummeting down. And I think if the market didn't plummet today, this thing may have hit $55. But people were just getting very scared. But still, the stock survived. I mean, even in a market today when, it was like hell out here. I mean, everything was just falling apart. It's still falling apart. Like, there's stocks out here right now that are such a freaking deal. It is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I mean, you're looking at Apple. Did anybody see what happened to Apple today? Tesla, SoFi. What a bloodbath in SoFi today. Oh my God. Somebody commented, left a comment a few weeks ago or something like asking what do I think about SoFi. I was like, I love SoFi, but personally, I'm not buying any bank stocks right now until we figure out what's going on here in March or April. Obviously, we're in March until I see some kind of pullback in the market. Now, today's pullback in the market was kind of weird because it's like, is this a little bit of a recession pullback? Now, obviously, when you're watching news and all that right now, they're saying, yes, this has to do with the recession and all that. And, I think this, as of all we can say right now, is that this is such a general sell-off. The market has been pushing crazy numbers. I mean, AI has been leading the stock market here for the past months now. The S&P has been going crazy, and everyone kept saying like that something's going to happen here. That this just cannot keep happening. You cannot live in this world like this, especially where Nvidia was just like controlling the overall market. And even in a lot of these AI stocks today, we saw sell-off with them. Nvidia, we saw sell-off, but not too much of a sell-off. It came back, and then Super Microcomputer, that came back. We saw sell-off, but I mean, did we really see sell-off? So stocks right now, and even crypto right now, are finding their place, where they're going to land, where they're going to reset their selling here. And even right now, it's around 6:30 when I'm making this video. I try to wait late as possible, but crypto it looks like it's starting to revamp again. Now we're seeing Shiba go back up, we're seeing Doge go back up, and those things are probably going to keep going here a little bit. And Shiba and Doge haven't even hit their all-time high from what they've been, so there's still going to be a lot of play left in those. So this market is just weird. Like the last bull run we had in the market, it was years back, 3-4 years ago now, we had crypto, but crypto is still pretty new, especially meme coins. I mean, crypto back, 4 years ago was like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are like the top dogs. And then you had all these other ones that aren't even around anymore, or some of them are, and they're coming back here, like Doge and Shiba and, a bunch of other ones. And there's a lot of other new ones mixed in there. But I won't talk about crypto anymore because I know some people are like, I do not care about crypto. Completely understand that. But even in Rumble today, we saw Rumble held its ground. And, I talk about Rumble and digital world acquisition being like, the big brother and the little brother, where they're just kind of together. And Rumble is something that I like more than digital world acquisition, Truth Social. I got to be honest. I feel a lot more comfortable holding Rumble into the future more than I do Truth Social, when the deal happens here. So, friends, here's where we're at. The primaries are happening right now. The polls are closing here in 35 minutes from what I'm looking at. And it's more than likely going to be a bloodbath for Nikki Haley, and we're going to know what's going to happen here. And more than likely, when we start to see Trump win these states, because he's probably going to. I don't know how he's going to lose these. How he's would possibly lose these states. It'd be the easiest bet in history if to say he's going to win them, and the biggest upset say he wouldn't. But this could jump digital world acquisition tomorrow. This could jump it. Now, I don't think it's going to be like a crazy jump. I don't think anything crazy is going to happen. I really don't think things are going to get volume crazy here until probably another week or two, with at least 2 weeks here, with going into the first week of the 20th here with digital world acquisition, where it's supposed to merge here with Truth Social. So as far as we know, the deal's still happening, and the bad news that came out last week, it's like been blown underneath the rug, and that's kind of what we were thinking. It's not even being talked about. It was just something that was thrown out there, and honestly, we don't even know if it was true. We don't even know if it's true. Like, Trump never even addressed it. Not that we expected him, but it just never even got addressed. So yeah, this is wild. This is wild. People are asking me, like, what would be my selling point with Digital World and Truth Social when the merger happens? So I addressed this in the last video, but I'll try to make it cleaner here where I'm really at with this. Normally, when a company would merge with another company, when we would see this kind of thing happen, I would probably sell the day of or the day after. That's normally what you would do in these kind of mergers. And yeah, you might miss out on some money here and there, might go a little more. But more than likely, it's like a timer right there. As soon as those two companies, merge together and do what they do, then you have the hype gone. Then you have all the, people that were in here pushing it, the hype, all that, the numbers, day trading it, they're gone. And we start to see momentum die down. We start to see, just the thrill and the, what could be of it disappear. And then it just becomes simply investing. Then people are wanting to know, well, what are the quarterlies? What are the cash on hand? What's the debt? When can you pay your debt off? What are you doing as a company? So normally when two companies like this would come together, I would be out the day of and take my money and go. With this situation, is a little different. When we had the deal here in March, that's supposed to happen. It's still volatile. Like, this could get pushed back. We saw last week what happened just on a rumor, as far as we know at this point. Normally, I would say get out of Dodge. Like, take your money and run. And obviously, if that's what you want to do, do it. You are your own investor. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. God knows, this is just where I'm at with it. I'm more than, unless the stock hits some kind of crazy number, like say in 2 weeks when this thing merges, if the stock hits like $100 or anything more, even 90, I would probably sell out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would take cash and I would leave, because then we kind of hit these months of just kind of like chipping away until we get to November, and obviously, I think it's going to be more of a volatile stock. If the deal does happen here in March, it's going to run up, more than likely, what we know. But the higher it goes, that's where I look at it as like a genius set, where it really scares me. I could be totally wrong about that, and I hope I am. But I think the real numbers, what I'm wanting to see here, are going to come in like September, October, leading into November, where we really see if Trump's going to be able to pull off another win. Even so, the hype alone that he could possibly be the next president of the United States, and Truth Social is going to be getting publicized like crazy because he's going to be pushing it. So there's many different ways to play this. I know a lot of people are just day trading this right now, where they're selling a little, buying back, and it's an easy stock to sell and buy right now. I mean, it's super easy because it's so up and down, but not in a terrible way either. Like, it's still holding its ground. I think that's really shocked a lot of people, because I remember 3-4 weeks ago, there was just article after article still just bashing it, saying it was going to fall apart back down to like $14 or somewhere like that, just a small double-digit number. But it hasn't done that. But I do think last week was a very telltale sign that, just with that little bit of bad news, to see that was what damaged the stock for a brief moment was interesting, because when we're seeing the general market, the Nasdaq, the Dow, the S&P get damaged and have a big sell-off day, digital world's fine. It's like, man, I'm good. I'm gonna hold my ground right here. I'm fine. You do what you want to do. But then when there is bad news towards a stock, it affects it, which it should. So friends, where I see this general market going, everyone is giving their prediction, what they think, and this is, I hope and I wish that people have gone through the last bull market, and a lot of us have been waiting for this. I'm gonna be honest with you, it has been a rough 4 years here in the market, with a Biden led country here, and I say that because we went for the stock market, and I say that because when we did have Trump running the country in his own way, and what he was focusing on with goods and all that whatnot, and just generally pumping the market, saying good things about the market, that makes a difference. That's one thing that I used to complain about quite a bit, especially when Biden came into office. When I was talking on this channel, I'd be like, Biden just does not say good things about the market. He doesn't pump it. He doesn't talk about it. And when he does, it's all like doom and gloom. And we're still seeing that. He doesn't have it. So I think Trump is good for the market in general, for the overall market. And don't get me wrong, the S&P, all that, it is doing phenomenal. But I don't think it has anything to do with Biden. We are in a new age of the market. We are in this AI. I don't even want to say it's a bubble. It is going to be the new leading thing. I think this AI thing is, it is like the new Amazon. It is like the new big kid on the block. And we are about to see a lot of things shift. We're even watching this transition happen right now with this whole EV situation where, 2-3 years ago, everyone was like, I got to buy EVs. I got to buy EV stocks. EV stocks are the way to go. It's like, I've got to put everything in it. And a lot of people lost money because it was just, there was too many people at the dinner line and not enough food on the dinner table. But with this AI situation, it is totally different. AI is not going anywhere. This is just going to become a hot, thicker mess with AI stocks, where people, like, even 2 years from now, can be like, God, I wish I would have bought Tesla now. I wish I would have bought, Nvidia. There's all kinds of AI stocks that are doing amazing, doing a lot better than these EV companies ever did. And that's not to say like EV stocks are going to die out. I don't think that. But there's a lot of competition with all of them out there, and they're all eating each other alive. And obviously the China market had a bad day. It had a bad day, and that is what's really reflecting here too on top of our market. So there's a lot of different situations just compounding right now with this general market just taking a beat down. But I really think we needed this in the market. This is good. I know a lot of people don't like days like this, but this is a good day just to kind of like, you need days like this or you never get deals. And the market's probably going to rebound. I don't think this is like the apocalypse. It's just a bad day. We haven't had a really bad day in the market in a while. So, this is why it's important to keep cash on hand or, really mix things up. So friends, I'm going to stop talking now. I wish all of you the best of luck. See what happens here on these polls tonight. I would not be surprised to see Digital World Acquisition run tomorrow. What it's going to run to, I don't know. But I'm pretty excited. This market is so fun right now. So fun. So interesting. Friends, take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.